the course comprises of not only the power converter design aspects of the charger, electric vehicle charger, and whatever the associated with the renewable energy system. Also, it will cover the effect of all the upcoming EV technology and renewable energy system with the existing grid, and also it will cover uh, the implicacy of all this technology on the energy market, and the how to tackle it using AI and ML technology, also the blockchain technology, to address the present challenges. So with this uh, uh, brief note, I welcome you all to the program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for illuminating us about the short-term course. Now, I would like to request the head of the Department of Electrical Engineering in charge, Professor Prabhat Kumar Rai, sir, to provide some information about the department and deliver welcome speech for the short-term course.
Good morning, one and all. Honorable Chief Guest of today's occasion, Professor C.K. Sahu, sir, Director in charge, NIT Rourkela. Guest of honor, Professor A.K. Panda, Senior Most Professor of our department. Coordinator, Professor Manoranjan Sahu, Professor Tanmay Chaudhary, Professor Arnab Ghosh, and Professor Mona Lisa. My dear faculty and staff members of our department, students of our department, and all the participants from different institutes and organizations. It gives me immense pleasure to grace this occasion as head of the department in charge of electrical engineering. Regarding the topic application of AI/ML on renewable energy and EV technologies. So all of us know nowadays AI and ML enters into every corners of our life. Starting from weather forecasting, agriculture, yield production, say energy, power, health sector, transportation sector, everywhere AI and ML enters. So, so far as the major thing or important thing energy is concerned, so now all of us are talking about renewable energy and EV technologies. So when we will talk about renewable energy, then the main candidate for the renewable energy is the solar photovoltaic. So when we talk about solar photovoltaic, then main issue of harnessing the energy from photovoltaic or solar system. So when we will go for harnessing energy, then obviously when different renewable energy connected to grid, then obviously we want interfacing converters. So when we will go for interfacing using interfacing converter, then what happens? Obviously our power quality deteriorates. So at that time, AI and ML enters into how to improve our power quality in a grid connected system. Also, since our renewable energies are intermittent in nature, so our aim is to predict or forecast how much energy we'll get on some particular day or particular time. For that, forecasting is necessary. So in forecasting also AIML enters. Or we are using AIML technologies for forecasting, weather forecasting or solar irradiance forecasting. Now coming into when renewable and EV integrated to grid, then we are discussing nowadays both not only AC microgrid or AC grid, we are discussing or we are working on both DC microgrid or DC grid as well as hybrid AC DC grid. So why DC grid? Because when EV enters, so EV connected as a DC load or source. So now when renewable is uncertain and when EV is connected to our grid, so EV, whether it is a source or a load, V2G, G2V, in that is also uncertain. Means our source is uncertain, load is uncertain. So in this uncertain environment, For the analysis, what you want, our modeling should be more accurate. For that, you have to go for uncertainty modeling. So in that uncertainty modeling, that AIML also enters. Means we use AIML for uncertainty modeling of these uncertain system. Then when you talk about storage devices, why you go for storage devices? Since source is uncertain, obviously you have to go for storage devices for stability purposes. So when you go for storage devices, so you have to monitor the health of the storage devices, whether storage device able to take energy or able to give energy. For that, we have to monitor health of the storage devices. So in that also AIML enters. Then we'll go for energy management in this complex system, hybrid AC/DC grid. Then which source of energy we have to use now, which source we should not use for to meet a particular load demand. At that time, energy management is required. So in that energy management also AIML plays a role. So this is regarding, so I must thank all the coordinators for designing this type of course at this juncture of time. Now, so far as introduction of our department is concerned, our department is a very old department, starting from inception of this institute, that is 1961. So now our department is 62 plus year old. So currently our department having undergraduate strength around 500 and postgraduate and research scholar around 300. And we are having 35 number of faculty members, highly qualified, motivated and experienced. And most important thing is our technicians or the laboratory staff members are also highly experienced. They not only have help in the UG and PG lab experiment, during lab experiment, rather they also help us during our execution of research and consultancy project, and also they help our research scholar for developing prototype for verification of their methodologies. And so far as research project, sponsored research project is concerned, we are having more than 50 sponsored research projects. And so far as publication is concerned, around 1700 publication in our department. These are briefly regarding our department. So now I must thank our head of the institute, Professor K. Umamaheshwar Rao, for constantly encouraging our faculty members for organizing this type of course. I must thank Director in charge, Professor C.K. Sau, for accepting our invitation, coming over here, and he will share his thought and idea regarding different types of certain course organized by our institute. I must thank Professor A.K. Panda sir for gracing this occasion as guest of honor. He's the senior most professor of our department. He will share his expertise on this area. I must thank all the coordinators for organizing this type of course. At last but not least, I must thank all the participants for attending or joining this course. Thanking you all. Wish you well, good health.
Thank you very much, sir, for brief idea regarding the field of electrical engineering and the department and the necessity of the short-term course in research. Now I humbly request the guest of honor, Professor H.A.G., Professor Anup Kumar Panda sir, to speak few words regarding this short-term course. Please, sir.
Very good morning. Respected Professor Sau sir, Chandan Sau sir, today's HOD, Professor Rai, and all coordinators, Professor Sau, Professor Ghosh, and esteemed colleagues, delegates. It is a personal pleasure and honor to be present here as a guest of honors. It's wonderful to know that, it's quite happy that number of participants in this course is more than 200. It's very great achievements. Ladies and gentlemen, your sponsor research, industrial consultancies are hallmark of an institute of higher learning. Similarly, short-term course, conferences, workshops, FDP are very, very important activities that foster interaction among scientists, young research scholars, and most importantly, it increased the visibility of the institute and in the department in particular, because we are fighting for perception. And this type of short-term courses open the gate for R&D activities, in particular for the freshers. It is a great opportunity for young research scholars to interact with experts from academia and industry for exchange of knowledge, views, and ideas for future collaborations. As I told you, it fosters interaction among scientists, engineers, and so it is a great opportunity to have a foundation for R&D activities. During this course, there will be many presentations on research findings, and I hope the deliberations and the interaction during the course will act as a catalyst for the young participants, and it's a learning process for every one of us, not only you. It is for me also. I'm not an expert in this AI and ML, but as expert says, it is going to solve complex engineering problems, not only in the engineering sectors, but also in the health sectors. So it is very difficult to organize such events. It takes a lot of time and efforts. So I congratulate my teams, Professor Sao, Arnab Ghosh, Professor Rai, Professor Patnaik, and head of the departments and all the organizing teams to conduct such a program. And I wish this program, a short-term course, a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for this insightful information and making us aware about the benefits of this short-term course. Now, I humbly request the chief guest, Director in Charge, NIT Rourkela, Professor Chandan Kumar Sahu, sir, to deliver his inaugural speech. Please, sir.
Good morning to all. HOD, Professor Roy, Professor Panda, guest of honor, coordinators, Professor Sahu, Professor Ghosh, Professor Chaudhary, and Professor Patnaik, faculty members of the department, participants, resource person. I feel privileged to be here, and I am also odd man. I have no idea about this. But when you think about Industry 4.0, and we all know about use of AI and ML, 3D printing, and innovation. So these are the key things for very much survival and sustainability of the organization. Recently, the going to be new government, the head has focused on green energy. Whether you have heard or not, I don't know. So his address, he has said in this 3.0, and the government has to focus on green energy. So out of that renewable energy, whether wind or water or green energy. So that is the future. And AI, ML, these are the tools which are used to be used for operational efficiency, energy management, and sustainability of the system, and tolerance of the failure. So in time, right time also, the department has organized this workshop. 200 participants, Professor Panda has briefed, and they are waiting. So different experts, they have to share their thoughts, views, and expertise, so that our existing students as well as the outsiders, those who are participants both online and offline, this 5 days program, they have to benefit out of that. So I am sure this workshop will throw some light with respect to renewable energy and use of AI and ML for the very survival and sustainability of the system. With these words, I again thank to the organizing team, and this workshop will be a great success. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, sir, for your encouragement. We really appreciate your presence, sir. Thank you again for presenting such a valuable speech when we are heading towards the sustainable energy. To propose the vote of thanks to all the dignitaries and participants, let me invite the coordinator, Professor Arnab Ghosh, sir, kindly.
Very good morning, all the esteemed participants as well as the dignitaries who are presenting in this in our ongoing short-term course faculty development programs on that applications of AI ML on the renewable energies and EV technologies. Okay, so it's I want to really thanks to our institute in IT Rourkela for giving us that opportunity as well as the platform for continuously conducting such type of important courses. Okay, as well as I want to thank to our Department of Electrical Engineering. So always department professor, senior professor, as well as that head of the department, okay, as well as the faculty members, they are continuously supporting us to conducting such type of course. Also, I want to thank Professor CK Sahu sir for giving his valuable time to attend our inaugural sessions, as well as I want to thank Professor Anup Kumar Panda sir for giving us his time to for this inaugural sessions, and head of the department in charge, Professor PK Rai sir, as well as the other faculty colleagues, those who are attending the sessions. I want to thank them. I want to thanks to my fellow coordinators, Professor Monoranjan Sahu, Professor Tanmoy Roy Chaudhary, Professor Monalisha Patnaik, Madam, so for giving us the continuous support and their valuable effort. Okay, basically when we are conducting such type of course, it's a huge effort, it's a huge cumulative effort required from our faculty colleague as well as the students. Those are continuously supporting us for conducting this type of course. Okay, last and least, not least of the date, so thank you all of them for attending our course as well as the participants. Those are the mainly the stakeholders of this kind of FDP as well as STC. So if we see the scenario, so in our country, that not like our country, so some of the foreign participants also attending this course. So I am really thank to all of them for attending such type of course, as well as I hope they will continuously listening as well as the participating our upcoming sessions for getting some of the knowledge based on that AIML applications for the renewable and the EV technologies. Thank you all, and we are going to start the next session very soon. Now we are having a small break. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. A round of applause for the chairs for setting the stage and eloquently outlining the purpose of our gathering. I hope this short-term course will help the participants in the field of research. I thank all the participants for attending this program. Now, after a short break of 5 minutes, we will again join for the session. Thank you all.